let's talk a little bit about the this this pantheon that came to Earth. There's a couple of really interesting gods, lowercase g, that came here. The first one is Anu. Now, he wasn't the first one here, but he was considered to be the fatherhead or the Lord God. He was over the main gods that came to this planet. His name was Anu, A-N-U. Hence, the name that humans gave them, the Anunnaki. Okay, Anu. So they gave still credit to Anu as the fatherhead or the God figure. He mostly ruled from space or from the sky or from heaven, as the ancient texts say. And Anu had sons, okay? His sons were Enki and Enlil. Enki and Enlil. Now, these two play a huge part in history and in a lot of the information that I'm talking about today. Now, these people, these three, are considered gods. They were deified by the peoples of Earth. They masqueraded as gods, except for Enki, Enki. He kind of had a certain level of empathy and sympathy for human beings. He even married a human being. He hates to have sex with human beings. He had a baby by a human being. You know, he one of his relationships resulted in a baby named Zazudra, who's actually Noah in the modern day Bible. And so the story is copied from the Epic of Gilgamesh. However, these people were not gods. They were flesh and blood people. They weren't multidimensional people. They weren't from some other universe. These were people that walked around just like we do. They put on their pants one leg at a time, right? Or their kilt, they pull it up over their hips, whatever. But they were knowledgeable. They had advanced technology. They had wisdom beyond what we had. They knew about genetics and how to modify genetics. They knew about chemistry. They knew about alchemy. They knew about quantum physics and quantum mechanics. They understood planetary alignments. They understood navigation through stars as left behind by some of these Sumerian tablets that depict star maps and from one star to another. So this is information left behind that it's not coming from Billy Carson's brain. It's coming from what they left behind as records for us to learn from and to understand exactly what went on in the ancient past. Now, what's interesting is these two were at odds with each other. You have on the right-hand side, you have Enlil. Now, this guy was given control of Earth, even though his brother Enki the Earth was named after him. His name is E-A, capital E, capital A, space, Enki. Now, Ki is the name for Earth in ancient times, and Ea was the beginning of his name. So it became over time Earth, E-A-R-T-H. E-A for the beginning, honoring Enki, and Ki turning into E-A-R-T-H, so it became Earth. But Earth is really named after Enki, just so you can know. If you go back into the tablets, you discover this. Now, he was supposed to be ruling over Earth, but there is no real true information as to why he wasn't given the true full power as his brother Enlil. Enlil ended up ruling and running the planet, superseding him, and he actually had to operate underneath, as far as the totem pole go of power, he was underneath Enlil, even though he wasn't supposed to be. There's no real understanding as to why. We could never find it. Nobody's ever found it yet as to why that happened, but that's the way it happened. Now, Enki was a scientist, an astrophysicist, a geneticist. Enlil was more of a battle king ruler and also an engineer and architect. Okay, and so Enlil created this place called Eden in Mesopotamia, E-D-I-N. And in this Eden, it was an outdoor laboratory with this huge gate and guards, armed guards surrounding it, as evidenced in the Apocrypha text. So if you read the book of Adam, you discover that there were armed guards at the gates to Eden. And there's